I've started a series on the channel where I share with you guys my journey to the CrossFit Open, and I'm showing you guys like my goals and how I'm preparing and what my kind of action plan is to get ready for the CrossFit Open that is coming up in a couple of months. And if you guys have not seen my first video, I will have it linked down below. You guys can check it out what my primary goals were. So I'm planning on doing this like once a month. It has been a little bit more than a month, and I'll explain why if you guys don't know already. But yeah, I will share with you guys how things had went over the past month and what my new plan of attack is for the CrossFit Open. So let's get into it. I'm gonna be working out. I just had a tooth pulled out. If you guys didn't see it, I feel like I'm like repeating that so much, but I did. I had a tooth extraction and I had taken off a whole week of working out because it was just real bad. So I'm slowly getting back into it. I still have like an infection in my mouth. Things aren't 100%, so I'm easing back into working out. So instead of just sharing kind of a boring workout with you guys, I figured I'd talk you guys throughout my workout. So we just warmed up on the bike. I'm going to do some foam rolling right now to just get my body activated, my back activated a little bit, and get kind of started for my workout. And so I want to talk to you guys first about kind of how the past month and a half went. So the past month and a half for me went pretty well. I actually started to do a lot more handstand push-ups and toes to bar, more gymnastics moves in my WODs. If you guys saw my video before, I was solely just practicing them, trying to get better at them. And now I've started putting them into my WODs, trying to get used to them again. Since after my injury, I haven't really had time to do that. And especially with coronavirus, I didn't really have the equipment to do the stuff. So now that I have the equipment, I'm starting to ease back into it and get used to doing those movements again. And other than that, training was going really well and I was really happy with it. We did get some weights, so now officially we can start weightlifting again. All gyms are closed here until January 11th. So a lot of training will be happening here, and with our equipment, we are using it to the max. Unfortunately, we don't have all the same equipment that they would have in the CrossFit Open that we can like fully prepare for that. Like we would need a rower and some wall balls, and I would need a kettlebell. I have David's kettlebell, but it's a bit heavy, and especially with my injury on my shoulder, I'm a little nervous using it, but we might try and see how it goes. I don't know. But we're gonna use the equipment that we have to the full maximum potential that we can use it for. So the past month was really good. The past week, as I spoke before, I had surgery in my mouth. I had a tooth pulled, and it was rough. I was completely out, and so I need to really ease back into it because I still get really dizzy and my mouth just throbs because of the infection in it. So it's really just harder for me to just go full out. Like I can't just snap back into it. So over Christmas for sure, it's gonna be a little bit easier. I want to do a good 12 days of Christmas workout. We'll see how fast I recover. I probably will have to scale it, the one that I have planned. But over Christmas, it's going to be getting back into the swing of things. And then starting January 1st, we're going to go into the CrossFit Open.
It's the calm before the storm. Things aren't as they were before. You best start rising. Did you think you could keep us up?
So if you don't know already, CrossFit actually announced today that they are changing the CrossFit Open and kind of the CrossFit season. Now, I'm not someone who's going to be like planning on going to the games or anything like that. I'm just an average person. We're not going for that. So if you don't know already, they are planning on doing only 3 weeks, and they're pushing it back to March because of everything that's happened with the coronavirus. A lot of gyms are still shut down, especially here. Gyms are shut down, like I said, and so they pushed it back to the beginning of March, which I'm grateful for. So we have a whole extra month to train, which definitely changes my training plan for sure, and I'm sure it changes a lot of people's training plan, but it gives us more time to prepare, which I'm grateful for. And it's only 3 weeks. 5 weeks was pretty long. It was fun, don't get me wrong, I did enjoy it, but 3 weeks is a really good amount of time. I mean, if you don't know, they're planning on doing 3 weeks, and then they're gonna do like a semi-final. I'm not going to make it to the semifinals, which I'm totally okay with, and I totally, I'm just planning on doing the first phase. I think that's what most people are striving for, and we're all striving to do better than what we did last year. That's really the goal. I don't know how it'll compare to last year, but that's my plan, is just to try and do as better as I did last year. So they are changing the format, so we have a whole extra month to train. And like I said, it changes my training plan. Originally in December, I was going to start doing a lot more strength training and a lot more just basic training, similar to what I was doing in November. And then January, I was planning on really amping it up. But now that it's pushed a month, we're not going to amp it up in January, because we don't want to amp it up too far in advance, because we don't want to burn ourselves out too far in advance. So for the rest of December, with Christmas coming around, we're keeping things easy, we're keeping it slow. Even with this workout, I mean, it's kicking my butt more than I want it to, unfortunately. My muscles are like, dude, we have not worked out in a week, what are you doing? Like, I am struggling with my pull-ups today, but we are going to keep persevering through, and we're going to keep working hard. But for the rest of December, we're keeping it kind of low-key, kind of easy. And so now that we have an extra month starting in January, I'm planning on building up my strength again. Now that we have the weights, it's time to start building that back up, because I took a long time off of weightlifting. There was a long period for pretty much most of the summer where I just didn't have any weights, so weightlifting wasn't really much of my agenda. It was more body weight stuff. So we got to build up the weightlifting again. We've got to build up our deadlift, our squat, even our cleans and our snatches. I have not done them a long time. And also we need to start working on the endurance part of weightlifting. So doing several snatches in a row at a lighter weight, or even cleans and jerks and things like that. Got to work on doing those again. Also thrusters. Man, we gotta work on those as well, because I have not been working on them, and not that great. I have worked a lot with the dumbbell, so we're easing off the dumbbell, and we're gonna start adding in more barbell stuff. So I have been working a lot with my physiotherapist again. If you don't know, almost a year ago, I injured my shoulder. I've talked about this so many times before. So there is an issue with my shoulder, and I have to learn to work around it. And with the CrossFit Open coming up, I want to make sure that I'm still in healthy shape and I don't do anything to hurt it even more, because it's very easy to hurt it, and I don't want to do that. So I really want to make sure that I'm amping up my training, and I'm amping up the strength in my shoulder. And something that my body does very easily is that the muscles really like to seize up. They like to really it's just like a fight or flight thing. My muscles just react very easily, and they tighten up very easily, especially when I'm working out. So that is what unfortunately leads to injury for me. So right now in my shoulder, I have what they think is a torn labrum. The only way they can officially find out if it's torn is if they go in my shoulder. We don't want to do that because it's a very invasive surgery. However, what we need to do is we need to protect the muscles around it to make it stronger. And when my muscles are very, very tight, they don't protect that kind of joint. In my joint here, there's my labrum, like it's inside, I guess. I can't really show you guys, but it's inside. We're gonna get a little detailed in here. So right now my muscles are protecting it, and that's why I'm able to do what I can do when it comes to CrossFit. I'm able to do pull-ups, handstand push-ups, things like that. Does it get aggravated? Yes. And the reason why it gets aggravated is because my muscles are protecting it right now. My muscles are the reason why I'm not getting hurt. And so when my muscles are super, super tight, then it tends to get tight. And so inside, it's just like moving around a little easier. So then it starts to hurt, and it can lead to a further injury. So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure it's loose and good to go. So I am definitely doing a lot more physiotherapy exercises. I'm doing foam rolling, making sure it's loose, making sure my muscles are ready to go, especially when it comes to an intense workout. We gotta really prepare the muscles to make sure it's ready to go, and I'm able to protect myself when doing anything too crazy. So I also have a lot of sports massages that I'm going to be doing as well. I have one for mid-January, and I'll probably have to do one right before the open as well, so that we make sure that we are prepared. So when we're doing a high intense workout, we're not gonna hurt ourselves. I know I sound like I'm doing a lot more than like, you know, like kind of like what a professional would be doing, but you want to make sure that you're doing things safe and sound, especially when it does come to the CrossFit Open. You don't want to be further injuring yourself because you're trying to compete with yourself and you're trying to do better than what you did last year. So last year, it was like a year and a half ago by the time we will do the CrossFit Open. So just make sure that you're prepared for the CrossFit Open, especially because this year has been absolutely crazy. We have not been training the same that we have been training before. It's so important that we listen to our bodies too. I know a lot of us like to push really hard, and that's like really a huge thing in CrossFit, where we just kind of keep pushing and pushing. So make sure that you're really prepared, and if you want to participate in the CrossFit Open, start working out now. Not that you have to work out intensely, just start getting used to the movements again, because like I said, gyms have been shut down, we haven't been working out the same, you know, all that jazz. So make sure that you're prepared, and this is what I'm doing to be prepared to not further injure myself anymore, and make sure that I'm doing things that's good for my body. So finally, for the rest of December, my plan is to do a lot more accessory work, keep working on my handstand push-ups and my toes to bar, get that strength back, get back into the groove of things, especially because I took some time off and I'm still recovering from my surgery. I want to get back into the groove of things. I really hate when I have to take time off from the gym. I just feel out of whack. I just don't feel myself. I'm sure a lot of you guys understand that. So I want to get back doing my thing, get back feeling good, feeling great off of, you know, those endorphins that you get when you work out. And then come January 1st, we're gonna start smashing things. We're gonna get used into the groove of things. We're gonna start working out. This past year has been such a struggle, and I know a lot of you guys can definitely relate to that. I feel like this year has just been setback after setback, but I've been trying to do the best I could do. There have been definitely really good highs, but really big lows for me since January. With the injury, with COVID, I've been trying to do the best that I can do and work harder and get better than I was before. And this is what I want to do with the CrossFit Open. I want to show myself that I am better than what I was last year, because with everything that's happened, I want to prove myself that I worked much harder. I got much stronger, even with an injury that was as significant as mine, and just grow from it and keep moving forward. Because with my goal with CrossFit is to get as good as I can get. Not that to say that I'm trying to be professional or anything like that. I just want to get as good as I can get, and that's really my goal with everything. So let me know your goals down below. Let me know how you guys are attacking things, how things are going for you. Are your gyms open? Are you gonna be taking time off for Christmas? What your goals are, what your plan is, let me know down below. I would love to hear it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a bit of a shorter one. You guys only saw really half of my workout, but I am definitely struggling today. It is not easy. This is really my first kind of day back doing things. I've tried biking for like 10 minutes, and that's pretty much as far as I've gotten so far. So today has been a big one, and I'm gonna continue doing some strict press. We'll see how much longer I last, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below. You guys know where it is. And don't forget to be unstoppable. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Summer days burn me out, love just brings me down. Cold inside like winter leaves that slowly leave the ground. Hey, you come back, I wanna give you a chance. Love me like you used to, so we can learn again. The skin is getting brown, baby, drink your night.